Hello teachers, Michelle here once again from the Heart Center classroom. Today I'd like to share with you a simple yoga routine that you can do with your students in the classroom. It's really important that we take time once in a while to take a yoga stretch break in order to restore ourselves back to our natural state of being. When we do this, we increase learning and we allow the body and the brain to relax so that more connections can be made. It's a really useful practice to incorporate throughout your day. If you can do it once or twice a day, that would be great. It only takes just a few minutes and it's time definitely well spent. So I hope you enjoy the routine I'm going to show you. You don't have to have any yoga teaching experience in order to do this. It's a pretty simple practice and it utilizes the chairs in the classroom. So enjoy. Welcome kids to our yoga routine. Today we're going to do a 10-minute or so yoga routine with your chairs. Let's call to mind the intention that we set this morning. So let's bring our hands to heart center. You can bring your hands to heart center this way, or you can bring them to your heart center this way. And we're going to bring in our intention that we set, which is to experience joy today. So bring joy into your heart space. Take a deep breath through your nose. Out through your mouth. Take another deep breath through your nose. Okay. Joy. Okay. All right, you may open your eyes. Okay, now we're going to do a breath practice, and you guys have learned this before. It's the Be Breath practice. So we're going to take a deep breath. Don't start yet, but take a deep breath through your nose, and then when we start, we're going to do the humming sound like a bee. And you can also close your eyes and ears and do that practice. We will do this for 3 rounds. So when you're done doing it 3 times, then you can stop. And I might even give you a stop signal. But that way we know, because we're gonna all be at different places. That way we know when it's time to stop. 3 times, right? And so your breath will probably be shorter than my breath. My 3 times would take much longer. So, and somebody else's breath might be different. So in yoga, we always move at the pace of our breath, okay? Here we go. So take a deep breath. Oh, we're gonna cover our ears. Take a deep breath through your nose. We have the telephone ringing. Let's let Mrs. Morehouse get the phone. Very good. So 3 times. And that helps you get into a very relaxed space. Okay, let's take a deep breath through our nose. One more time. And again. Okay, let's just do a reminder about our breath. So the breath we just did is what I call broom breath. So we sweep everything clean, and that's a breath practice we can use during our yoga practice. Another one is the Darth Vader breath. So some kids know how to do Darth Vader breath, and some prefer the other breath. Both are fine. Darth Vader breath is a little slower, and the broom breath is faster. So remember, you're gonna be moving at the pace of your breath, okay? So let's do Darth Vader. Ready? Let's do that same thing, but with Darth Vader. Here we go. Ready? How is that different for you? Let's have one student answer. Yes, Adele.
It was different for me because the other one was moving my body faster, and you go and the other one was making it move slower, and
Okay.
and the slower one felt calmer, and
Okay.
then the
faster, right? So she said that the Darth Vader breath made her move slower, she felt calmer, and the other one made her just feel different. So one is very good for deep cleaning, right? We like to talk about deep cleaning ourselves, letting all that stuff out that we don't want. And then the other one is moving at a slower, calmer pace. So you choose which one is best for you, okay? All right, now we're going to do ninja. Bring your hands heart center, and we're gonna go out, in breath, crisscross, 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 heart center, okay? Again, in breath, crisscross, 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 heart center, in breath, crisscross, 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 heart center, very good, okay? Up and over, and down, up and over the mountain, and down. And one more time, up and over the mountain, and down, always moving with the breath, okay? All right, now we're going to do some neck rolls, okay? And the neck rolls are gonna go with breath also. So when I'm here, I'm gonna take my in breath, and as I move forward, my out breath, okay? So try that, okay? So here we go. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. And again, in breath, out breath. Okay, now we're going to stir the pot. So now we're going to move from our waist, and we're going to move it forward. Same breath. So in breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. We're going to stir our pots the other way. Ready? In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. Come back to heart center. Now we're going to do twisty ties. So we're going to reach to the back of our chairs. We're going to put our hand on our knee and grab, and we're going to twist and look over our shoulder. Take an in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, and one more time. In breath, out breath. Okay, now let's come back to the center, and then now we're going to reach to the other side. Okay, take an in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, and again, in breath, out breath, back to the center. Okay, all right, so now everybody stand up in front of your chairs, or actually behind your chairs, not in front of your chairs. I'm gonna turn mine, you don't need to turn yours. I'm just gonna turn it so I have plenty of room here, okay? All right, so now we're going to do, actually I'm gonna keep my chair back here, I'm not ready to do that yet. So now we're going to do a tree pose, and you can, to help you balance until you get stronger in your tree pose, you can use your chair to help you in tree pose. So tree pose can be done two ways. It can be done just like a lower leg, like a stand, bring it up. You're pulling yourself up nice and straight and tall like a marionette string pulling you up. A marionette is a puppet, right? Puppet on a string, pull it up. But sometimes we can't quite balance, so our chairs can help us get strong in the pose. Mine's a little short for me. But you're gonna hold on to the back of your chair, and you're facing forward, so your hips are forward. So not turned out to the side, but forward. Do it forward. Okay, very good, Avery. Very good, Charles. Now, if you can bring it up higher, but today we're gonna just do the low kickstand. So let's do that with breath. And some kids are already doing this. They're already bringing their hands here for balance. So take a deep breath through your nose. Choose your breath that you like. One more time. Mrs. Morehouse is going to get the phone. Okay, bring your hands down. Okay, so if you want to hold that longer, the chair is very helpful for that. Some kids aren't able to actually hold it that long. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other side, so bring that one up.
Okay.
One more time, take a breath. If you need to hold the back of your chair, you can do so. One more time. Okay, back down. Okay, now, this is going to be our, don't turn your chairs, only Miss Lopez is turning her chair. This is going to be a Warrior 3 pose. So in Warrior 3, it's, you don't do anything yet, but it's where we lean forward, right? And we're doing this sort of warrior pose. It takes a little time to work up to the strength to do that, so we will use our chairs to help get us started and support us. So go ahead and hold on to the back of your chair. Okay, and then you can raise your leg, you're facing forward. Your hips are completely forward, not out to the sides. Forward, okay, lined up. And then grab onto your chair to help you balance. And if it hurts a little, you want to keep it low. And work up to just a higher pose. Okay, nice and straight. Take a deep breath. Okay, let's come on up and rest just a little bit. Shake it out. You can do a little side bend to counter, a counter stretch to counter that feeling that we got in our backs, right? You can do a forward bend to counteract the stretch that we were doing and the muscles that we were working. Okay, now let's do the other side. Grab onto the back of your chair. And you can lift your leg up like this. Flex the foot. Hips are forward. And some people want to challenge themselves. And if you want to, you can reach back and grab your foot. But if you don't feel ready to do that, don't do that. Okay? Okay, now we're back here. Come on up. Do some counter stretching. Bend forward. Okay, very good. Okay, now come back down. Sit back down. Okay. Take a deep breath through your nose. One more time. And again. Hands, heart, center. We're going to call to mind our intention that we set for today. Repeat it. What was it again? Everybody?
Joy.
Joy. Let's bring joy into our hearts. We want to hold on to the feeling of joy. We want to capture that, and we want to take it with us throughout the rest of our day. When we go about our learning, when we're reading, when we're doing math, whatever it is we're doing, we want to have the feeling of joy in our hearts. Thank you, class.